right now we are at the home of Neil Moore. Less than 24 hours ago, his home was still standing, and in an instant, him and his family had to evacuate with the clothes on their back. When they came back, there was nothing left. We're going to take a look at some of what happened. The truck behind me, he says, has been in his family for generations. He says that today they were planning on taking this truck to go get fixed up, as he has driven it. His father drove it, his son drove it, and his grandson drove the truck. While we were out here, the firefighters showed up. They're from San Antonio's Wildland team, and they're out here working on the hot spots, going through the debris, trying to see if there's anything else that they can salvage. Moore and his family lived in this home for over 20 years, and in the blink of an eye, their home and many of the memories burned here along with their important documents. Moore says they don't know what's next for their family. This all started for a search for the new police chief for Amarillo Police Department when the former police chief, Martin Birkenfeld, resigned in February after writing a letter in the sentencing of Cole Underwood, who was sentenced to prison for his charges relating to sexual contact with a 15-year-old. Since then, Jimmy Johnson has been serving as the interim chief of police for the Amarillo Police Department. Today, before things got started and they started talking with the community members here, they each went up and they talked to the public as a whole. When Jimmy Johnson got up to speak, he was visibly emotional, talking about how much the city of Amarillo meant to him growing up here, and how this wasn't just something he wanted to do, but his calling to be an Amarillo police officer. The start of summer camp season is approaching, and Hidden Falls Ranch and Cedar Canyon are two of the only camps in Texas to have received their camp license.
A unique experience for the West Plains graduating class of 2026, as 4 years ago they walked into a brand new school as the first freshman class, with the opportunity to set the standard for the Wolfpack over the next 4 years.
Wilson says by helping people complete the forms, it saves time because of the delays that may happen if something is filled out incorrectly. Even with the shutdown and delay in SNAP benefits, Wilson says they are still helping people complete those forms because the shutdown is not indefinite and SNAP will resume.
The start of the school year, it's obviously really hot, and so that's why AISD and CISD both follow the UIL's weather system, following the wet bulb globe thermometer. It measures wind speed, heat, humidity, all of those things that go into factoring how hot it is outside. For AISD, it's here at Dick Bivens Stadium. A win tonight for the Soda Poodles would be their second Texas League championship since their inaugural season in 2019. The difference between the first championship and the championship they could win tonight would be that they're doing it in front of a sold-out home crowd of 7,000 fans. Amarillo Independent School District celebrating over 330 new teacher incentive allotment designations. The designations include recognition, exemplary, and mastery, highlighting the dedication of teachers throughout AISD.
Welcome back to Studio 4. Chef Bud is back, and we've been waiting on this for a while. So what do you have cooking today?
What have we been waiting for?
We have been waiting for this moment where we can be in the kitchen
We're
together.
doing the show together.
We're making island burgers, and I have to say, as a Floridian, it smells like home.
There you go.
Smells
What more
like
can I do for you?
So, I mean, I'm
Isn't
a big
that
fan of
beautiful?
this. Smells sweet too, and we were talking about this. You said that you like mixing flavors to kind of give a different taste, and so with something like this, what is the thought process? You know, like you want something sweet, it's the summertime, you want something fun, and it's nice and colorful too.
That's a great question.
And we're gonna go inside and see what donations are still needed. This drive is all about having those household items that people need, especially during the holidays. So that's items like paper towel, toilet paper, your hygiene products, things of that nature, but also your warm winter clothing items. And so it's been a cold week, but today it kind of warmed up. And so, Lori, tell me what items you guys are still in need of. Jack, I'm here with Julie and Reese in the Northside Toy Drive. Black Tie Fair is getting underway, and so tell me about what is the most important part of this event tonight. You mentioned, okay, I told you, I was like, I don't really eat vegetables.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something?
Sure.
I didn't really start eating vegetables until I was like 21.
Really? Like growing up, you'd eat them at all?
Not really. Like I would carrots.
Yeah.
Like carrots,
That's
but like
your
they
thing,
had to be like raw carrots. Like
really? You don't like cooked stuff at all?
Welcome back. The West Plains cheer team continues to make a name for themselves at the UIL Spirit Championships. Last month, the Wolfpack placed 5th, the highest the team has placed in program history. For the Robinson family, their pregnancy with Quinn was relatively normal, with no known indication of what was to come. But at 37 weeks, Quinn was born a little early as her mom had severe preeclampsia. Quinn was admitted to the NICU at BSA as she faced unexplained health complications before her parents advocated for her to be transferred to Cook Children's. As containment on the landfill fire increases and debris settles, the road to recovery is just beginning. Marty Jones was one of the many people who lost his home and is working to pick up the pieces.
Seeing the smoke, wondering if there's anything gonna be here when I got back. And nope, there's not.
Around 3:30 on Monday afternoon, Jones received the call he needed to evacuate.
Knew the way the wind was blowing, it was probably gonna come this way. So I went ahead and got my cat and a few things, got in the truck and pulled out. Smoke was already pretty close to the top of the hill there.
From there, it was a waiting game to see what would happen. And on Tuesday afternoon, Jones returned to the home he bought in 2009 with his mom and realized it was all gone.
She died in 2020, so there's a lot of stuff that can't be replaced. But you know what? It's still just stuff. God has a plan, and He'll take care of everything. If He brings you to it, He'll take you through it, and there'll be something better on the other side.
In the meantime, Jones is staying with family and friends, grateful to be surrounded by people who care. As for what's giving him peace,
My faith in God. I know He's in complete control. And no matter how bad it looks, it can always be worse. But if you don't laugh about it, you're going to cry. And laughing's more fun.
We'll get back to our news headlines in just a moment, but first let's check in with forecaster Maury Farrell. And Maury, I don't know if you've been outside lately, but it's hot. It's a little hot.
In the aftermath, the city of Amarillo worked with the state to transform the Civic Center complex into a temporary shelter for displaced people. Today, we spoke with the city employee who helped with recovery efforts. A plane carrying about 150 people to Amarillo from New Orleans, following the devastation of Hurricane Katrina.
It was a 24-hour operation for about 2 weeks. We kept expecting more plane loads. We kept getting calls that we were going to get more people.
But more never came, likely due to how far Amarillo is from Louisiana, according to folks. While the evacuees were in Amarillo, the Civic Center complex was converted into a shelter.
They had bedding and quiet areas in one place. They had medical needs and registration in another room, feeding in another room.
20 years later, what sticks with folks the most is how before Hurricane Katrina, these people lived normal lives.
Pretty much all they had with them were the clothes on their back. I think one gentleman had a box under his arm. I think it was like a small Pringles box that held a dozen tubes or whatnot. And that's all he had. That's all he had left.
In another instance, one woman was scared to lose some of the last items she was able to grab from her home.
There was an older lady that was in the crowd, and she evidently, before she evacuated, was able to grab some rare coins. She was concerned at that time that something could happen to where these were stolen from her. They inventoried those coins, and we reassured her. We locked them in the safe in our administrative offices and secured those for her until she was able to leave.
Original construction on the courthouse began in
1890. And now, as the building reaches 135 years of continuous operation, updates are needed. For the West Plains Wolves, they are leading the pack and are on track to earn the program's first district championship. The Wolves now shift their focus to the playoffs, where they hope to continue their steady climb of success. Coach Ladd went on to say that it was a special win for the program because throughout the season, the girls bought into everything they asked them to do, and to reap the reward of being in the top 5 was really exciting.